Okay, so I'm just gonna go straight into it and talk about this show. Okay, so I started it, and the story is nice overall. Well. The initial thing that I enjoyed was when the guy was walking with the headphones and the song was playing. I liked the way the scene was a bit shaky. I kind of liked it a little bit. So, I like the visual aesthetic of the entire first episode. But the story itself wasn't something that I was excited or ecstatic about. It was. I didn't. I usually don't watch trailers when I watch stories. So when I start a story, I'm just going into it blind, right? But based on the little glimpse that I've seen here and there, I thought it was going to be a story about people fighting one another or something like that, right? But it turns out it's like actors within a show doing stuff. And the entire episode was about one actor kind of helping the other one act better or something. I don't know. It's just I did not care. Sorry. It was a cute story overall. It's nice for people that like this kind of acting stuff. They may love it, but for me, I there was nothing really pulling me in. That doesn't mean that I would not watch the second episode. I actually started the second episode, but I didn't complete it. I would actually continue some other time, but right now I'm not really that excited. So yeah, there's that. The characters, the Jin character, the one who's the new actor who's not quite good. Him, it's hard for me to root for him, in terms of, oh, you can do it and stuff. But I can It's hard for me to do that because based on how the story started, it looks like he is not a good actor, that he got his position or he got the role because he's pretty. They make it very clear in the first few minutes of some, and with that it makes it harder for me to root for you to get better or this or that or whatever your journey is, because you were not that role is not for you. It's supposed to be for somebody else. But because you were prettier, they gave it to you. And then when you come, you then improvise a line. That one, I found it to be very dicey to improvise a line because you were a new actor in a new show. At the very least, get to learn the ways of the story before improvising a line. That is not, don't do that. Right? So that was always sort of weird. So I don't know. I do not like that about his part of the story. And on top of that, he doesn't really do anything in the entire episode. He just sits there and watch TV and watch the guy on the TV. That's it. And I wish we knew more about him and the things he does and stuff, because it feels like he's like the main lead of the story, but there isn't much to learn or to know about him. So I don't know about that. And then the other character, I've forgotten his name. I think he's Akin or some. He too, we don't know much about him either. It's the first episode, so I can let it go. And I did watch a little bit of the second episode because of the cliffhangers. I wanted to see what will happen next, but it went back into exactly what it was before. So I took a break and continued and started a different story. But anyway, with the Akin character, he too, um, let me just say this. I don't know anything about the characters aside from the fact that one actor is trying to help the other one be a better actor, and the other one is kind of in love with him or something like that. That's the only thing I know. It's just I don't know any personal shit about the characters here and there. It's just that's it. Anyway, it's about 5 minutes, and I don't want to talk more than 5 minutes about this review. So I'm just going to end it here and say that the episode was nice overall, but the story wasn't good enough for me to be. For me, it wasn't great enough for me to be excited to watch more of it. But I like the aesthetic and the setup. And oh yeah, they did take some risk in the story. There were some scenes which were very awkward and very, oh my god, no, embarrassing and stuff. And I like the way they did it. I like the way they did those scenes because they felt very real, and I like that. Though I don't do awkward stuff, I did appreciate the way that they made it like raw and unedited kind of awkward stuff. It wasn't glazed over and all that, right? So anyway, that's my review of the first episode of Top Form. Thank you for listening. And what did you think when you watched the show? You can tell me or keep it to yourself. Either way, I express mine. It's good to talk about stories, sometimes. Anyway, my 5 minutes up. Bye bye.